ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ओम्। Namaste to all of you. Wish you all good health, strength, peace and joy to keep up that yoga spirit, to keep up that vitality, purity, faith in yourself, and continue to do your sadhana and understand the different ideas, different thoughts which Swami Vivekananda put before all of us 125 years ago, which I have been discussing in the last couple of episodes. So in the last episode I had mentioned about the discoveries of Vivekananda on Indian culture, Indian history, the future of India, etc. in his letters, in his writings, conversations, lectures from Colombo to Almora, spread out in the 9 volumes of the complete works. And I hope that will stimulate some thoughts, some ideas in you and make you do little more research and should I say apply Vivekananda's teachings for the welfare of the nation and for your own inner growth. It's very important that Vivekananda and India play a very important role in the present circumstances. So the first discovery of Swami Vivekananda I had mentioned was the travel that he had throughout the country, and then understanding the very pulse of India, saying that the greatest national sin is neglect of the masses. Unless the masses are well educated, well fed and well rehabilitated, they are put in peace, put in a balance with other members of the society, India's progress will not look brighter. So that is where the Seva Bhav, that is where the training, vocational training and so many other things that we have thought of through the organization, through Ramakrishna Math and Mission, and also through the government and other things, a lot of work going on. But there is a different approach, a different attitude of concern, of head to think and heart to feel and the hands to work, which Swami Vivekananda gave us prescription for the problems of the country. Today I am going to share with you, since these are all short episodes of 5 minutes, 7 minutes or maximum 8 to 10 minutes, we are just giving you the glimpse of it, the essence of it, so that you can study more, you can study better. That gives you a key for higher purpose, higher knowledge. So this is what I want to say. The second important discovery of Swami Vivekananda is that religion is the backbone of India. Religion is the very lifeline of India. As long as that religious principles, religious attitude is kept bright and beautiful, the other things will all take care of itself. Now today we have religion being misunderstood, religion being neglected, religion, or the very word religion, creates so much of hangama, should I say in Hindi, a lot of confusion, hatred, misunderstanding, a lot of debates in the media, in so many other forums against religion, some for religion, so on and so forth. But today I am just giving you a glimpse, an introduction of religion in our Indian traditions, Indian context. Religion per se, it's not just Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, Zoroastrianism, Taoism, and all these major religions of the world. These are all the organized religions which have evolved in course of time. But we have understood, the great rishis have understood, religion anuvadam, the translation of religion in our language, in Sanskrit or Hindi or in Telugu or in other languages, Kannada or etc., is translated, religion is translated as dharma, translation number one, dharma. The second is tattvam. The third word is matam. Dharma, tattvam, matam. Translated in English becomes religion. If we only probe a little more, then the understanding becomes better. Then we'll understand it from different angles of the triangle. One is tattvam. Should I say matam? Start with matam today. Matam is what you are born in. Matam is what you are born in. You are born Christian, you are born Hindu, born Buddhist, born Mohammedan, born Muslim, born Sikh. That is the ethnic side of religion. Kraistava matam, Hindu matam, Bauddha matam, Jaina matam. These are common words that we are using in our media and other places. So you are born in that religion, so you have to follow those principles which those religious teachers, your gurus, your elders have prescribed. Some do's and don'ts, etc. Now the tattvam aspect, the truth in that religion. This is where Sri Ramakrishna goes one step further. Vivekananda goes one step further and says, I want to find the truth in every religion. That he does research, he does the prayer, he understands, he finds out the truth. That is freedom, freedom, freedom. The third is dharma. Kraistava dharma, Bauddha dharma, Hindu dharma, Islam dharma, Sikh dharma. So these are the dharmas, the codes of conduct, the evolution of religion through practice of the great sages, their particular groups of Mahatmas, should I say, the teachers, the role models, the realized souls. They have given certain dharma, certain steps, certain processes, like we have Dharma Shastras. Every religion will have their own Dharma Shastras. So let us understand religion from that perspective, from the Dharma aspect and from the Tattvam aspect. Because for Vivekananda, religion is not just do's and don'ts, it is not just rituals, it is not just the visit to places of worship, but he said religion is freedom. Religion is freedom, religion is realization, religion is the manifestation of the divinity already in man. Religion is the eternal relationship between the eternal soul and eternal God, and religion is being and becoming. Religion is the process that makes a brute unto a man and man unto a God. So that is the way we understand Vivekananda saying that religion is the very backbone of India. Religion is our lifeline. Religion is our blood. And he used that word religion in the terms, as I said, not in terms of rituals and being born in a particular group, but he used the word in a wider sense of spirituality. When you have that spirituality inside you, understanding of your inner core, inner self as the Atman, as one with God, then the word religion becomes broader, becomes purer, becomes finer, and it will take us towards freedom, towards moksha, towards peace. This is what youngsters have to study, understand. This is what the educated people have to understand and spread this message in the society so that there would be more peace, more understanding, more cooperation, and a symbiosis in the society would prevail, and we would reach the highest level of excellence, highest level of peace in our daily life. Thank you all. With this hope of understanding, we shall take this message forward. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat.